Christianity is not just an appearance. Christianity is real. Christianity is practical and not just theoretical. Oh ye spiritual Jim brothers that don't smile, especially the ones that think, oh, your face has to be very, very, put together, strict somehow to an extent for you to be spiritual, it's not necessary. I'm telling you. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time stopping by here, thank you for coming. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you. So please do not forget to like, subscribe, share this video to 1 or 2 persons, and stick around to the end of this video. Guys, on today's episode of Chit Chat with Joy, we are going to be discussing something that is very prevalent in this recent time, a question that pops up often, and I'm really excited to talk about it. So guys, we'll be talking about life as a Christian. Christian life is boring. I think Christianity is boring. The life of a believer, especially a young believer, because I feel like these questions mostly, arise in the lives of youth, because trust me, I'm sure this question is also in the mind of many youth. You, a young believer, might be thinking at some point in your journey that, oh, Christianity is boring, Christian life is boring, or maybe you are even a parent. You might also be thinking Christianity is, boring, but I'm here to address it. I'm here to talk about it. If it's something you'd like to watch, if it's something you'd like to know, if you want to know the reasons boringness in your Christian life is an attack, I'm already delving into the video. Anyways, I'm super excited to talk about it. Stick around to the end of this video and don't go anywhere. So firstly, I'd like to establish something. If you are probably a young believer, or not, and you think Christianity is boring, or you think your Christian life is becoming boring, then there is something definitely amiss. Just like any other relationship, when you feel your partner is already getting boring, you're getting tired of your partner, or you are feeling bored already, and it feels like, I'm tired, can we just get over with this? And there is something amiss. Something is definitely wrong somewhere. Let's progress in this video, and I'll be sharing with you, helpful tips as well in how you can, spice up your relationship with God. Because Christianity is not just an appearance. Christianity is real. Christianity is practical and not just theoretical. So stick around to the end of this video if you want to know more. So here's one of the reasons why you think Christianity is boring. 1, sometimes our relationship with God is so strong that it does not permit us to do certain things. Yes, people be like, oh, she's a Christian and so she can't do some certain things, which is true. But we don't do certain things not because we don't want to or we don't have the urges to, but because we've come to a point or a place in our life whereby, we live for Him, we live for Christ, and then those things don't even excite us no more. We are not even bothered. We just want to be perfect for Him. Really, imagine, being in a relationship with, because that is the perfect example I'll be using all through this video. I'll be using the example of a couple in a relationship. Imagine being in a relationship. You are not just thinking about yourself, you're thinking about the other person. Nobody can be perfect, yes, but you want to try your possible best to please the person, your partner. You want to try your possible best to always appeal to that person. So also is our relationship with Christ. We want to become Christ-like because that is what Christianity is all about. So we try to, emulate the life of Christ. We try to abstain from things He has commanded us, not to do. It is a choice, right? If you think Christianity is boring, it is because your relationship with Jesus is not, it has not come to that point whereby, in fact, nothing else matters. Jesus, is the only thing that matters. You want to attain perfection. You will just want to be Christ-like. So I feel like that is one of the reasons why people think Christianity is boring. So I'm not going to answer the question now. The question of, is Christianity boring, yes or no? I'm going to wait till the end of this video. And by the end of this video, you should have your answer already. You should have your convictions and you should know where you stand. So in that light, there are a lot of things you could do to help your Christian life, to spice up your Christian life. If you think Christianity is boring, there are a lot, a million and one things you could do to spice it up. I feel like even if we don't go to clubs, we don't go to, places where people smoke or such places, there are a lot of things you can do. You can go on dates. Nobody says don't go on dates. Oh, you have to stay indoor all day praying, and the likes, and you have to be very, 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 much in the spirit. Yes, it is good to be in the spirit, but at the same time, baby girl, baby boy, really, it's not that deep. Christianity, the life of a Christian is not a caged life. You are not trapped, because I feel like so many people feel trapped, so then they are restricted. Their behavior becomes plastic. They react the way people want them to react. They are just very, very stiff, and they are not loose. So God is not saying, oh, my daughter, my son, don't be loose, don't go for events, don't go to the park, don't go on dates, don't enjoy yourself. But what he's just after is your well-being. He wants to ensure that you do all you can to become more spirit-like, to become the kind of person you are trying to emulate, which is Jesus Christ. That is why he has restricted us in some certain things. And yeah, basically, so there are a lot of things you can do if you feel like your Christian life is boring, and that is just one of them. Just breathe. Don't be too serious, right? Go out if you need to go out. Take walks if you need to. Christian hangouts are there. My guys, I don't know if you've seen my video on this channel where I had a Christian hangout, and it was legit fun. I'm not even playing. It was fun. It was nice. It was cool. You can always go to a mountain, a picnic. There are a lot of things you can do. So maybe you should try doing them today, and let me know how, you think this has affected a lot of people's mindset. This idea of Christianity is boring. I have to mix it. I feel like some people think if they don't mix it, they cannot have a balanced life. When they say carry something, if you don't carry something, they'll use it for something. There are certain people that feel like that, and they just want to be with God, because to an extent they still have that connection with God. So they want to be close to God, but at the same time they feel like, oh, Christianity is boring, I can't deal with it. So I still have worldly songs on my phone. When it's time to be body, I'm able to dance. There are Afro Christian musics you can listen. Oh God, I cannot mention how many music. I cannot mention how many contemporary musics I have on my phone, and they are vibe. To get them, go online, download them. Just ensure that your heart is connected to God, and you do things to spice up your relationship with God. People who think Christianity is boring, I feel like they fall into the category of people who think Christianity is more of a responsibility than a blessing. Yes, Christianity comes with responsibility. In fact, responsibility, like you know what I mean, like assignment is not child's play, right? But at the same time, Christianity is also a blessing. Christ died for you, right? So you receiving him is a blessing. You are receiving a blessing. So people who think Christianity is boring, I feel like they just think, oh, all we do is just work. It's just responsibility, and not just a blessing. They think, okay, you have to pray 24 hours a day. You have to be very, you have to be very put together. You have to be, if you don't frown your face, it's like you are not spiritual. That kind of, I feel like people do that. There are some persons that you just see and they are not even smiling. In the presence of God, there is fullness of joy. Brothers, yes, brother, don't be too spiritual. It's good to be spiritual, yeah, but like, brother, smile. So brothers, oh ye, spiritual gym brothers that don't smile, that you especially the ones that think, oh, your face has to be very, very, put together, strict somehow to an extent for you to be spiritual, for you to, it's not necessary. I'm telling you, it's not necessary. Time. Another reason why people think Christianity is boring is because they do not continuously fuel their relationship with God. See, Christianity is all about fueling and journeying. Gone are those days whereby people just go to church for going sake. It's like a routine, a tiring one, a boring one at that. Nowadays, if you want to enjoy God, you have to keep fueling the relationship. It's just like any other relationship. You have to keep fueling it. If you don't fuel your relationship with your partner, in fact, you just get boring, and it's kind of like tiring. It becomes a routine where you have to pray. It becomes a routine, not something you enjoy doing. Although prayer is not something you always enjoy doing, but sometimes you enjoy doing it, right? Then it becomes tiring, it becomes boring, it becomes a chore. Then you seeking God, doing things that pleases him, becomes a chore. And that is why most people feel Christianity is boring. My guys, my girls, true freedom only exists when we are being free from the enslavement of our carnal desires. We all have carnal desires, and the desires of the flesh to always want to wear skimpy clothes, give that vibe, and all that. Basically do things that our flesh desires. But true freedom comes where we are being able to subdue them and do the will of God. So in summary, guys, if you think your Christian life is boring, if you think you are missing out, trust me, guys, you are not missing out. You are never missing out, especially when you continuously fuel your relationship with God. They might be like, have you been to that party? Tell them, have you been to Holy Ghost party? Let me not even go there. I don't want to go there. Have you been to a Holy Ghost party? Have you been drunk before? I'm not talking about physical drunkenness or spiritual drunkenness now. Have you been drunk before? Ask them as well. See, it is nothing to be shamed about. It is nothing to be afraid about. It is nothing to feel embarrassed about. I feel like most people are embarrassed to be called a Christian girl. You are too churchy, you are this. I'm not saying playing church is the real deal. In fact, that is not the real deal. The real deal is having a personal relationship with Jesus, a tangible relationship with Jesus, not a performance, not an aesthetics, not something that people can see and say, oh, she's a good example of. Yes, people will see, and that the good work of God in your life is glorified, yes, because that is the essence. But real relationships, something tangible, not that, oh, I know Jesus, but Jesus does not know you. But but to be honest, guys, what I'm saying is that if you think Christianity is boring, then something is definitely wrong. Check your word life, check your prayer life, check everything about you, check the people around you, because sometimes the people you surround yourself with, it goes a long way. It goes a long way. Surround yourself with people that help you spiritually, people that help you spiritually, people that you can be accountable to. This one cannot even be overemphasized. I'm not kidding you guys. It's such a blessing to shout out to Papa Tim wherever you are. I don't know if you can see this video, but it's such a blessing to be accountable to people. Shout out to Jesus Community again, Spark. It's such a blessing to be accountable to people, whereby people ask after your spiritual well-being, want to know what's up with you and how you are doing spiritually. Guys, this video has been such a blessing. Share this video to 1 or 2 persons that you think needs to change their mentality. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and don't go anywhere. I'll see you guys on my next one, guys. Bye.